Welcome to Beer Net Radio. Listen to on every continent except Antarctica. B-E-E-R-R-N-E-T.
Beer.
Beer Net Radio.
Yo, yo, yo.
Check, check.
Check, check.
How's it going?
It is going good.
Good.
How's it going with you?
It's Belle's birthday today, and you know who else's birthday it is today?
Lennon Driggers.
That's right.
That's what I've heard.
Oh.
6.7 ounce, baby. Little baby Jesus.
Well, rocking out.
Rocking out. You know, I like it when I'm going to get her like a little t-shirt with a tuxedo on it because it's like fancy, but it's still like cool. It's like party.
We really need some BBD baby gear. Like, we really do. I'm serious. Like,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Babies left and right. And I'm like, I would really love to send them a BBD onesie. So.
Oh, wow. I mean, I had thought that the sterilization powder that I was putting in y'all's drinks for years would work, but I guess not.
Yeah, I don't know what it was then, Harry. I'm not really sure.
Apparently, everybody's very fertile. So,
yep.
Well, how about that constellation?
Yeah, they had a lot. There was a lot.
Cash me outside.
Cash me outside. You know, it is interesting. I mean, to me, the biggest news was the fact that they think the Modelo brand family can become the number one brand family in beer. And in a few years, I'm sure it will, you know? I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it's on track for sure.
I mean, there's still a big gap, but I don't see Bud Light growing anytime soon. So...
Well, no. When I think about, I was just thinking about when I was reading your coverage, by the way, was excellent of the meeting. I don't know how you were able to listen to that many hours of content and turn it around like in 45 minutes. I don't know how you did it, but
there was a lot of sighs and laying down. And you know what's always fun, by the way, because I know but I just have to, it's funny when I get these sorts of things transcribed and then I listen to my little commentary. It's quite rich.
Oh wait, so do you talk to yourself while you're editing this stuff?
Sometimes.
I like how you're like, oh, maybe, because I mean, that would be weird if you were there and talking to yourself, mumbling under your breath. People might think you're a psycho, but you know, at home, since it was virtual, you're like, well, but the thing that I was thinking about was, you know, I went back and I was like, you know, how is this different from previous GNS meetings? And I just went back and I happened to pull up 2017, right around the same date. And they just launched Corona Premier. And it's funny, I must have been in a sour mood that day. So I was like, this is the stupidest idea I've ever heard. But the point is, it's just thinking how much of a smaller company it was back then. Like it wasn't that long. What was that, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
And that company is, and I was chatting online with Eddie Meredith, an old exec with Constellation. He ran their West Coast for a long time and he's retired, but he was just like, I can't believe how different this company is than it was when I left 7 years ago. And I was like, yeah, it's a big boy company. This isn't, you know, they kind of went from this importer to a top tier supplier in a very short time. So anyway, let's go ahead and admit this is Elena, but she might be with
Spa girl.
Yeah, she might be with Alisa. You know, when I'm Jenn, when I'm at the spa,
getting your toes worked on.
Between getting my toes worked on and my back waxed, you know, it's an all day affair. And so I like to sit back with some Spa Girls canned cocktails to kind of loosen up. Well, guys, welcome to Beer Net
Thank you.
Radio.
Thank you for having me.
So glad. I was reading about you in an article, I think in Forbes or something like that. And it was talking about how, you come from health and beauty, and now you're in the liquor business and you're grinding it and killing it. And I love entrepreneurship coming into this business, but it's an old boys club in a lot of ways still, even my God, it's 2022 and the liquor business is still a little behind. So Alisa, why don't we start by tell us a little about yourself, how you got into this, and about Spa Girls.
Absolutely. Well, Spa Girl cocktails. So we say cocktails just so everybody knows that.
You bet.
You don't have just one.
Right.
So my background is as an entrepreneur. I think that's a little bit of what you were just talking about. So I have built and sold a few companies. They've all been focused on women. They've all been primarily product-based companies in the beauty industry. So I kind of say that I went from, lipstick to liquor, and it's been amazing. I have really enjoyed learning everything about the liquor industry. It's extremely different than anything else I've done because there's a 3-tier distribution system all of that makes it very complex business, actually. The irony, I guess, is that I got into liquor because I thought it would be easier than beauty.
Welcome to the liquor industry.
I don't know why I thought that. I'm working from home today too, as you can see. Sorry, I didn't realize I was going to be on camera today. So that's been fun. My core team all came with me from the beauty industry. So we've been, none of us are from the industry. We are just getting ready to hire our first head of sales from the industry. As you said, it's a very interesting industry in terms of its complexity, but I acquired the company in October 2019. It was really small. The founder's Karen Haines. She's utterly amazing. And she's got the best palate I've ever seen. I mean, this woman can make a cocktail. I am telling you, like no one's business. You don't ever just have one cocktail at Karen's house. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I need to get invited to Karen's
house.
house.
You've got to. She's got a home in Palm Springs and in Las Vegas. Where are you located?
I'm in San Antonio, and I forgot to introduce Jenn Kirk is also on the call, our executive editor, and she's in Austin.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, actually, I can't say who, but our new head of sales is coming from Texas. So,
awesome.
Okay, so let's guess who it is. Let's say, is it Mark King?
No, it's a woman.
Oh, of course. Well, good. All right. The reason I said that is we just got a missive today that Mark has left Austin East Siders. Isn't that right, Jenn? Or
no,
it's
Brad.
Post?
It's Brad Keever. Yeah. So.
Brad left?
Yeah, Brad left.
Okay,
he's retiring.
Sorry to talk about news while we're recording this.
I love it. I mean, listen,
anyway,
let's get it done.
This is us, right? This is the industry. This is who we are.
That's
acquired.
Right. Go ahead.
Acquired the company, and right at that point there was only 750 ml in cucumber and in pear, and ready to drink was, really kind of lifting off with White Claw and a variety of other brands, but not ready to drink spirits, and really had everything geared up to have a very untraditional entry into the market. Had signed on with Southern Glacier. I came out of beauty and spa. So we were like, hey, Spa Girl cocktails, right? Let's launch into like the top hotels and resorts in the country and have a very unique approach to getting the market. Had 75 of them lined up, and that was February 2020.
Well, good timing.
Really great timing. Had closed on my financing round and COVID hit. And I kept thinking, as I'm sure we all did, well, it's going to be over. You're like, let's give me 2 weeks, give me 2 more weeks. And
yes, flatten the curve. Remember that? Flatten the curve.
Oh my gosh.
That seems like a decade ago. It was just 2 years ago.
Flatten the curve.
Yeah.
You're right. Like what?
What?
Who even like,
Just all we had to do is flatten the curve. We'll be back at it in 2 weeks.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I totally even forgot about that. But then I realized, yeah, there is no curve that's going to get flattened. And we got flattened, right? I mean, the only people getting flattened were us. So we launched into grocery stores and chains, which, being in the industry, most people don't. Like, that's really rough and that's hard because people don't know you and your brand. So we ended up in 2020, we did about 20,000 cases. In the state of California, we really went into the chain business. It was really, really tough. And we transitioned from the 750s to the 200s.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anyway, I'll stop there because I could go on and on about that.
And then when was the decision to move to cans?
Well, kind of sometimes, luck can be helpful. I just started feeling in the middle of the COVID reality that people were not going to be popping and pouring in the on-premise. Our spas, hotels, and resorts were shut down. And I just kind of saw that whole can thing exploding, and that cans would be more with the sanitization aspects of it. And so I bought 75,000 cans, not realizing we were soon going to have a can shortage.
Well done. Alisa, good Lord, look at you. That is fantastic.
We just like kind of not even, thinking that. And so then we had the cans. I still thought going into 2022 or 2021, the business would be about 50% cans and 50% 750s. And it didn't work that way. We did 40,000 cases last year. 10,000 were 750s. The rest, 30,000 were 200s. And we're going to be out of the 750 business by the end of the quarter.
Oh, I see. Well, that's interesting. If I can bust in here a little bit. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I would love to get my hands on your product, but I don't believe you're in Texas yet. So tell me a little bit about how you guys are moving outside of California. Are you still mostly with Southern Glaziers? Are you going to all of their markets?
Texas will be probably 2023, but what an amazing question to ask. I mean, the reality is that the last 2 years in business during COVID have been really the two hardest business years of my life. And this is my 6th company. The strategy has just constantly pivoted, Jen. It's almost like I wake up every day has been a crisis every day for 2 years, right? Like we're moving forward, but it's unexpected. And we're just ready to do another turn. With that, the world is opening. And I just, we're in California, so we've been really masked up and we've had a lot of challenges. So what I have discovered is I was in Miami, which is where we're opening. And I kind of was almost like an out of body experience. I mean, those of you in Texas haven't been as locked down as us either. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's people outside. They're in the restaurants and they're dancing and they're eating and like, they're not 6 feet apart. They're not masked up. And I was like, oh, you know what? I think the world's ready to change. And we opened up 4 5-star hotels in 1 week in Miami. So we're being able to go back to the strategy I bought the company thinking I was going to do. And it's very unique because it's spa girl cocktails. So we are going into the spas and then we're going into all the points of distribution within the properties. So Miami is live right now. Las Vegas, same thing. So we're with Southern in both those places. And we just did that as well in Nevada. And we've got about 40 points of distribution in Denver, but we'll be doing, we've got our biggest account is the Gaylord Marriott. And so we really work in that environment. And that to me is the progression and the growth and kind of going back to that. We'll maintain, Jen, the footprint in California. We're in Vaughn's, Ralph's, Albertsons, CVS, Whole Foods. So we'll keep 300 to 500 doors in California, but I don't see expanding that across the country. I think we'll wait for an acquisition for that.
Interesting. And are you guys pursuing the acquisition strategy at this moment, or are you building it up a little bit?
Absolutely. I think so. We're in discussions. We're small. We're a tiny brand, right? I mean, we did 40,000 cases. We'll do 70,000 this year, which is nice in a small market, but we're tiny. But ready to drinks are bolt-ons, right? They're bolt-on strategies. So I think if we had a really good strategic partner that had that side of it, it would be great, because we're like an innovation machine and a brander, and our direct to consumer business could be the biggest part of our company.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know that it'll happen, in this year or so. I think I've got a board.
You got a board?
I got a board. So they'll have to decide, and yeah, but we're engaging in those conversations.
And how
That's
do you guys
interesting.
market too? Is it mostly just where you're seating it in the spas and in the nice hotels and that sort of thing? Is that marketing in and of itself, or do you guys do a lot of social media or what have you?
Well, now we were the number one most awarded cocktail last year, and we were the number one most covered cocktail in the press. Like all across, I mean, hundreds and hundreds. I will tell you though, that does not even move a bottle or a can.
Really?
Like,
And
no.
why is that these days?
I mean, we were Rolling Stone's cocktail of the year. I mean,
Oh, wow.
we have had massive press coverage. We have huge Instagram, massive digital business. It just doesn't move. It doesn't move it. It's great. It's fabulous to have it. It helps you get your retail doors opened. It builds your audience, but people no longer see something and then go into the store and purchase it, especially grocery, right?
Yeah.
We've been masked up. People get in, they get out. The other massive change in our industry is that COVID advanced what I would call like the Instacart and the Go Puffs by, I would say, 6 to 8 years, are what studies are saying. And none of us were ready for that. And what that means is that you are going to buy what you know, like what's your favorite dish detergent, or, you're like on your app, you're not looking for experiences. You're not looking for innovation or something new. You're going to buy Tito's, or you're going to buy Jack Daniels. And I think that's been a real disservice to the indie brands. And so we've had to find really different ways to get the consumer's attention.
We've heard that from other people too.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, it's some ways there's just a lot more a choice and variety, but there's also that there's just a lot of noise, and everybody's getting so bombarded by ads on social media now that we really didn't see even 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that from consumer goods. I just talked to the Black Rifle Coffee guys. They do a huge DTC business, and he said it's really, really tapered off. It's really hard to break through, and the algorithms have changed on Facebook and Instagram, so that's an issue as well. But Jen, go ahead. I don't know. I didn't mean to butt in.
No. While we're talking about all of this, you said that your direct to consumer business could be larger, or is it already larger?
It is large.
Okay.
So my background is as a direct to consumer expert. Like that's what I did in beauty. I should have done a little bit more due diligence before I acquired this company to figure out, this is a little different.
Little regulation. Yeah.
I don't get to just go and ship to anybody. We did 8,000 cases last year in 6 months. We're going to do about 25,000 cases online. I think we're probably going to be one of the biggest. Like you're talking about Black Rifle, which is great, but coffee's tough online. It's a commodity. It's probably one of the hardest things to sell online. Spa Girl cocktails is not hard to sell. So we know exactly who our consumer is. I can target her. She sees the brand and she buys. So for example, one of our huge numbers is that 82% of our purchases are upon first play, which means the first time you see the brand online, you click and you buy. It's usually about 2 to 3%. So the brand just resonates, like the brand, the name, the product, it really works. So I think our direct business is significant. We have about 45,000 women now that have just opted in the last year.
Yeah, those are big numbers for direct, and I got to say the packaging is really cool, and I like the retro lettering, and I mean, what do you think, Jen? You're more of the target
You're
consumer.
a girl, Jen.
I mean,
No,
I'm kind of I'm a spa girl in a lot of ways.
You're no, a lot of men love spa girl.
We're
I
all
bet.
spa girls at heart, right? Regardless.
We're all spa girl at heart. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks great. So do you, when you say upon, first look, are you guys putting like ads in Facebook and that sort of thing?
Yeah. We have a significant social media, like paid social. So whether that's through Google, Facebook, Instagram, you're not allowed to do it on TikTok. Liquor's not allowed to do any of that. We're launching Pinterest this month.
Oh.
And I think Pinterest is going to be really big actually for us.
Is that new that they're allowing? I haven't seen.
Yeah, they're new and we're going to get there.
Yeah, I mean, Jen, I think the alcohol person at Pinterest has reached out to us.
Oh, we should get on that.
Yeah, we should. And especially, for Women's Month and for a product that's targeting women, you would think that Pinterest would be a natural, especially a product that just looks good. It's very grammable.
Pinterest is unbelievable. I got to tell you, I always think if I could have invented anything, wish I'd invented Pinterest. I spend an insane, a disturbing amount of time on Pinterest. Yeah.
It's funny because you either use it a lot or you don't. That's what I found.
It's a high market for women. It's 85% women on Pinterest, and it's all ages, all types of women, whatever I want, I go to Pinterest.
Yeah.
My sister lives on there.
Well, but
yeah, absolutely.
She lives in.
She lives in the. Oh, it's in the files. It's so simple.
It's funny because it's one of the last social media places you can go that's not so politically charged. So that's what's nice about it, right? It's do it yourself and, decorations and, procure a workout list and all that good stuff. So that's a great place for you guys.
Creative. And for us, our brand sits there, right? It's got that visual kind of orientation. And Karen is just a phenomenal entertainer. And I think, that with the way she does her ice cubes and all that kind of stuff. So we have a community. Our target market is really interesting. If you want me to talk a little bit about
Yes, please do. Yeah.
Especially I think in the world and what's happening in the world now. So, and if you take a look at our Instagram and our profile, I think you'll see the diversity. I think are growing one of the first truly diverse and inclusive alcohol brands. And it's interesting because when you look at it, we all look very kind of affluent, Caucasian women, which is where we started. It's very much in line with other brands like a Trina Turk or, and we're older, we're probably 34 to 55. And that's really where we started, right? In the suburbs with the moms and doing all that. And over the last 12 months, we've grown 10% of our base is Hispanic women. They are they're loyal. They love the brand. They're very active with our brand. So we are bringing on a Hispanic spokeswoman, and we're going to be doing our website in Spanish, and we're going to be launching all kinds of things for that community because she's really amazing. And then 10%.
And sorry to interrupt, but very underserved, especially in beverage alc, at least the Hispanic woman is just completely overlooked, she doesn't exist, I think.
And coming out of beauty, we pay a lot of attention to Hispanic women. I mean, they really are very into all of their beauty and their cosmetic products. And you always kind of look at that market as really important. The Latin market is massive, right? We actually even get a lot of inquiries from Latin America on the product. We're not ready to go there, but I think we resonate. But I'm really excited about that. It's a huge population in Miami as well. It's just an important part of the makeup of our country. And then the other 10% is the LGBTQ community, which I was also we didn't know. We ended up opening a lot of restaurants or clubs where there are a lot of gay men. They love the brand. They talk about the brand, and it was super organic and just kind of started blossoming. And so I'm really excited about that because I think it's resonating with a whole different group of people who all love high ABV, the little can, high ABV. They love the clean, better for you cocktail. I think what resonates when you look at our whole consumer is that it doesn't matter whether you're Caucasian or you're Hispanic or whatever. What people love is the clean, better for you. They love the beautiful aesthetic. They love the California vibe. They love the lifestyle, and they love spa, right? They love going to the spas and taking care of themselves and feeling good about themselves and celebrating those moments. So that's what we've kind of seen happening with our brand that I think is pretty exciting.
You know what we should also talk about is when you say high ABV, it is a lot higher ABV than a lot of the competitor products. Can you share a little bit about that and the flavors and what makes it different?
Yeah. So the brand started out, Karen invented the brand with the idea of she wanted to bring to women, a high ABV drink. So less liquid, better buzz. And it was super against the industry. Like what she did in that moment was so pioneering. And I heard no a lot. Like, no, nobody wants that. And I'm like, no, women do want that. Like, and so that switched like in the last 12 months with the retailers going, oh, maybe that is what women want. So you've got the little can that packs a punch. It's 200 ml. I mean, I can't believe I'm at home. So it's like the cobbler, they have no shoes.
Yeah.
I don't have any cobbler in my house.
That's all right. When we post this, we'll have images of it up here.
I'm afraid to have Spa Girl in my house.
I have some in the office. I'll go grab a can. Hold on.
Yeah, grab a can.
All right.
So Karen, and we have an amazing brand video we just did because we were like, we got to tell people this, but it's plant-based. It's, our sugar cane is organic. And so what that really means is like you have zero bloat, zero guilt. So like if you're having wine or or lots of seltzers, you can get really bloaty and you don't have any of that. So you've got like this perfect buzz for, few calories, and it honestly tastes amazing. We have 6 flavors now. We've got three that are sparkling. That would be strawberry, mango, and pineapple, my personal favorite. And then way too much. As a matter of fact, I had a little too much Spa Girl last night before I went to play tennis.
With those clean ingredients, you don't feel it,
Well, it's a little can. It takes a hot minute. And I always tell everybody, like, be careful.
Here's the can, Lisa, and I brought
there's the can
pops too.
Okay.
Pops and
cool.
Oh yeah.
That's the 750. Yep. And so we have cucumber, pear, and peach in the non-carbonated.
Okay. Cool.
Did you, since you came from beauty, did you rebrand when you bought it, or has it always looked like that? Okay.
The brand really has evolved. So if you basically, if you look at the bottle, that's like that was the old original bottle. So that was the name. That was the look and the inspiration from Palm Springs. And I loved it. What you'll see is that we modernized it, right? We created more colors. We put the cans, we made it fun, more celebratory, lighter. I mean, the brand is just about light and fun and taking care of yourself and celebrating the moments, and lots of different types of women, different ages, and, all that kind of stuff. And so we evolved it.
And Elena, will you just say something and hold that bottle up so we can see you?
Yeah, here you are. So this is our large bottle, and this flavor is the pear martini, 750 ml.
Cool.
With that pear, if you like jalapeno, put a little slice of jalapeno in that.
Oh man,
amazing.
Some cilantro or something even in there, and then here's a pear can. So you can see it's pretty small. But I'm telling you, like, you drink one of these when you're getting ready or something, you're good. You're good to
go.
That is that's an amazing occasion that I hope you guys promote, the getting ready occasion. That is, yes.
Jenn, can I write that down? Because I actually do write that.
Yeah.
Because I do that. I do that. And you know what? I've never heard, I don't think we've ever talked about that.
It's not pre-gaming, Harry. It's getting ready.
Are you women-splaining to me?
Yes, I am.
Love
it's
that.
Women's History Month.
I feel like I'm being woman-splained
I'm woman-splaining you.
I have 2 sisters and a mother, and a girlfriend.
Allegedly.
I think I have a girlfriend. Hopefully, this will be right up her alley, though.
Give her some spa girl, then you'll definitely have a girlfriend.
Well, yeah. If you know Millicent, you know that she is a spa girl. And
oh my God,
this
I
is
love
right up
that name,
right,
Millicent.
Yeah, Millicent.
You don't hear that. I love that.
Yeah, she's something else. But all right, well, cool. And so you're with Southern Glaziers, and so you're
in all of our markets
with that, right? They're based in Miami, so that works. And okay, and what did we already talk about expansion plans for this year and next, or I was looking at my email? Did we already talk about? We did. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that.
Florida. Florida. We're going to be in Miami, the Keys, Naples, and it's all going into spas and resorts. So it's all 4 and 5 star properties. And that's our plan. I mean, do we open up small independents if they want us? Yes, we will. But the strategy is really to go, on property and grow our business that way and get more women using the brand and talking about the brand, and then growing our direct business. Because with that, I ship to 40 some states, which I really love. And we've got a subscription business, and I love direct to consumer for us, because with those 45,000 women, I get to talk to them. They email me, they send me here's what I love, I'm having, one of my daughters is having a wedding. Like, it's just nice. It's just great to be like that connected with people.
That's great. Having warriors that are on your side. It's a good testing ground too for new flavors, I'd imagine.
Totally. It is. We've got a lot of innovation coming out in the next year.
Well, cool. I mean, that's neat. I mean, you found an account base that nobody that I know of is targeting, right? I mean, maybe Michelob Ultra kind of, but yes, I mean, that's more of a golf course drink. So, what a great niche that you can own.
Actually, we're good. We do really well in the golf course, because when you think about these properties, and women are big golfers now, right? And so they go out and they golf and they take. I'm really happy the world's opened up, and I'm just super pleased that we survived these 2 years of COVID. Like, really, that is just making it is a big deal. And then now being able to like have the world open and go back to the original strategy we had, which I think is going to be profound for the brand. Because at the end of the day, when you look at acquisition, and I build to sell, I mean, that's what I do. That's something we can do, the direct to consumer, the spas and resorts. And, the big guys come in, they've got the distribution systems. Great. Now take it and, bolt us onto what you're doing. So I think it's a better strategy. When I talk to a lot of young brands starting out, I kind of say, I learned a lot. Do it this way. Don't do it the way you think you should do it, because you'll run out of money. I mean, I've raised a lot of money. And you still need more.
And is that, you just went through a funding round, is that right? With $8 million something like that?
Well, that was a $5 million round, and it was last year at this time.
Okay. All right. And you're right. That's, I like it that you're just very frank that you're building to sell. Like, a lot of people are coy about that because we know that really everybody's for sale. I mean, even my children are for sale at some price, but I like, you're just like, no, I'm an entrepreneur. And of course, if the right partner comes around, and that is, I mean, good Lord, having a strategic partner makes it just exponentially.
Well, it's one of the reasons I chose to go into this business, because the financial health and targetability of an acquirer is great. And it's very clear in this business.
Yes. And they have cash.
They have cash, and they don't innovate. They don't incubate, right? They take something that's working and grow it. And I think none of them could have come up with this and done what we're doing and building it in the way that we're building it. And that's what's exciting for me, is like building them and then having these companies come in and really do something, right? Really take it somewhere. And it's really
interesting. Awesome. And I think that's part and parcel of, nobody could have built this in-house, because we're just now starting to get women in high places and bigger alcohol companies that could actually go in and pitch something like this at a marketing meeting. You could see a bunch of guys rolling their eyes going, none of these guys been to a spa. They don't know what kind of shenanigans go on back in there.
A lot. a lot.
Yes. Jenn, you know what happens back there. I know.
Oh, Harry, don't pretend. You know too, please.
Whatever.
In defense of the industry, what I would share is being like a woman who came into it blind without, really, I didn't know a single person. I have found it to be a fabulous industry, and I have found the men to be very open and super supportive in this industry. And I see more and more women in positions across, whether it's Southern Glacier or in the retail environment. But I've enjoyed working with a lot of the men. I think the industry as a whole is not innovative because of the 3-tier system that we've had. Innovation happens when your consumers tell you what they want and they don't want, right? So we haven't had that. But in general, I think it's a really exciting industry because it's ready to just kind of like change. And not just male, female, I think all that's happening, but just how we distribute the product, how we get to the consumer, what the consumer wants, what they drink. I think for me, what's exciting about it is I think you're going to see innovation by people like my team getting into the business and go, wow, we never thought you could merchandise, right? My dream, and I was on with one of the strategics, I said, I would like you to walk into the liquor aisle and feel like you're in Sephora, right? Yeah. And like that there's little things you can look at and you can taste and you can learn and you can, because that's how you move product. And they were like, wow, I mean, I don't think we would have thought about that. I said, 85% of all alcohol is purchased by women. In the grocery store. So why don't we make it more innovation, more innovative for her? So I think you're going to see like a whole different world happening, and I'm super excited about it. And we've got a lot of really cool women-based brands coming into the business.
Yeah.
Like Owl's Brew, we had them at our summit recently. Yep. There is a lot more female frontedness in that sesh, right? Yeah.
By the way, Mighty Swell.
Okay.
Actually, Sesh is a couple of dudes. I was thinking of Mighty Swell out of Austin. I'm seeing that everywhere, Jenn. I don't know if you've noticed that, but
well, it's this Keep It Weird pack. It's like so different and in your face, but that's female led. That's why we bring it up, Gina.
Right, and that kind of innovation, that kind of excitement. I think it helps all the way along. And I think I saw a statistic the other day. Actually, I was speaking with the CEO of Uncle Nearest, and women are like the amount of women that are buying whiskey. Like I think half their consumer base is female. I love whiskey. Like I love whiskey. I think it's just like so I think all of that is changing, women like what they drink and how they think about it. And that's just exciting, I think, for everybody, really.
This is so neither here nor there, but just to your point, I just saw a reel of Ashton Kutcher. Have you seen this? And he's like, my dry January is almost over. And he's sneaking up on Mila Kunis and she's making a cocktail. And he's like,
oh, really?
What are you doing? She's like, dry January's over. Like,
thank God.
But Jenn, that was a marketing ploy by the brand that they're investing.
Was it DrinkWorks? Because it looked like DrinkWorks. And I was like, do they know that DrinkWorks is canceled?
Of DrinkWorks, which is a creative marketing campaign for them.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, but I did notice the DrinkWorks machine, and I was like,
that's why they did it, because now funny. Here you are talking about it, thinking that Mila Kunis drinks DrinkWorks.
Right.
And that she's more eager to break her dry January fast than Ashton.
Well,
I need
if they're going to do social media marketing, they shouldn't discontinue the product before they started doing it.
Maybe it was old. I don't know. It's probably old.
Well, knowing AB, nobody told DrinkWorks that they've been discontinued, and
we'll
they're
cut
just
this in
going
post.
because the company's
that's
so
hysterical.
Big that they just
so
forgot.
Funny.
It's like that guy in the Office Space with the red stapler, and he's been fired, but nobody will tell him, so he just keeps working. Yeah.
But thank you, Elena, for telling me that, because I thought that the DrinkWorks machine was obviously very conspicuous, and I was like, that's interesting. That's not around anymore, but maybe they just have one.
They're trying to get rid of those pods that everybody has left in their warehouse.
Yeah. So funny.
So I mean, that seems concerning to me, drinking a cocktail from a pod. I don't know. Not really.
No, I'm not into that. I like innovation, but not that.
you know, it came out right when Keurig was big and everybody was making coffee in those pods, and it's just not the same. People want bespoke cocktails, or they want it pre-made in the can. Either way, you know.
Although I think about an espresso, right?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, like an espresso martini
an
or something.
espresso's amazing.
Yeah.
An espresso martini.
Yes.
Harry.
Now that
I will give you some points on that. Okay. When that little equity on that when I come up with
All
that.
right. Thank you. Awesome. Well, gosh, thank you for being on BeerNet Radio. It's such a delight to meet you guys, and and good luck with the rest of the year. I think this is going to be a big year, and spas are opening up. Everybody's eager to get back out. We just got back from San Diego. Jen and I did, and the spa.
You should have come see me.
I know. Well, we got to go back, Harry. We got to go.
Well, I'm signing the contract to go back this afternoon. So we'll be back in 2024. But yeah, the spa was closed at the Hotel Del, but they were just gearing up to reopen it.
We're gonna be there.
Oh, good.
We're gonna be really big in that hotel. So they're opening. It's all gonna happen there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's our hometown. I mean, that's our 4 or 5-star resort here.
Yeah. We've had a conference there for many years. Every other year we have it at the Del, and they've been good partners. And all right, well, thank you for being on, Alisa.
Awesome.
And Elena, and I look forward to running across you out in the trade somewhere, maybe.
Thanks, guys.
And I'm gonna try to get you guys some Spa Girl one way or the other.
That would be wonderful.
Send it from my office or whatever. We'll get you guys some.
Yes.
And if you are in San Diego, please do let me know.
I will. We will. Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Thanks, Elena. Ciao.